One, two, three, go. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Aloha on the grounds, Aldrin Guerrero, and welcome to another month's lesson. This month we're teaching you the Christmas classic, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Now, there's a nice jazzy arrangement of this song. It's meant for advanced players. So if you're a beginner and intermediate player and you want to try this song, it's going to have some chords that you might not be familiar with. But if you still want to play the song, what you can do is you can just take off all the chord extensions that we've added. So for example, instead of playing a G major 7, you can just play a regular G chord. Or instead of an A minor 7, you can just play an A minor. Instead of E minor 7, you can just play E minor. So on and so forth. So, without further ado, let's go and get started with this song. I'm going to show you all the different sections, and I'm going to show you a chord pattern, also a strumming pattern to help you play this tune. And in the middle, we're going to be showing you a picking pattern that you can play with this song. So let's get started. The intro has 4 chords. The first chord you're going to learn is a G major 7. So pointer finger is going to play C, E, and A strings, 2nd fret. Next up, we have an E minor 7. So this one's going to be a little bit difficult if you've never played this chord before. It's going to look like this. So your middle finger is going to play G and C strings on the 4th fret. Pointer finger E string 3rd fret. Ring finger A string 5th fret. You can also play it this way. Pointer finger E string 3rd fret. Middle finger G string 4th fret. Ring finger C string 4th fret, and pinky finger A string 5th fret, like so. Next up, we have an A minor 7. Pointer finger is going to be barring the 2nd fret. Middle finger E and A strings on the 3rd fret, and your ring finger goes up on the C string 4th fret. And last but not least, we have a D7 chord. It's going to be barring the 2nd fret and A string 3rd fret. You can use whatever combination of fingers that you want. You can use your pointer finger to bar, middle finger to bar, so on and so forth. For myself, I like to use my middle finger to bar and pinky finger to use on the A string 3rd fret, like so. You can use whatever combination that you want. Alright, so let's take a look at those 4 chords. G major 7 to E minor 7 to A minor 7 to the D7. Alright, we're going to use a simple strumming pattern of down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. So my one advice for this, if you're going to be switching chords, and I know these are slightly difficult for these chords, you can use that up strum to let go of your fingers so that you land on the next chord on the next down strum. So for example, you can do down, down, up, 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 down, down. All right, so these 4 chords are very, very, very important. So it's very important to practice this chord progression with that strumming pattern, because this strumming pattern, this chord pattern, is going to be showing up in this song quite a lot. On pretty much all the verses, you're going to be playing this chord pattern at least 2 or 3 times. All right, so for our intro, we're going to be playing this 2 times. So our normal speed of down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down. Follow me. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that takes care of our intro, and our intro is a nice little sneak peek onto all the common chords that we're going to be playing in this song. So, speaking of common chord progression, we're going to be starting off our first verse with that very same chord progression of G major 7, E minor 7, A minor 7, and D7. With the same amount of times, we're going to play this progression 3 times. And once we reach the D7, the third time going through that chord progression, we're going to be playing 3 new chords in the next progression. First off is a B7. Pointer finger is going to be barring the 2nd fret with your middle finger on the C string 3rd fret. Next up is an E7 chord. Pointer finger G string 1st fret, middle finger C string 2nd, ring finger A string 2nd. And our last new chord for this verse, pointer finger on the C string 1st fret. All right, so each one of those is going to get 2 beats as well. So it's going to be B7, E7, A7, and we're going to end on another D7 there. Okay, so let's try to practice just those 4 chords now in that progression. B7, E7, A7, and D7. Okay, let's do it slow. It's gonna go like this. 1, 2, and 3, 4. Alright, so that's our first verse. Let's move on to our second verse. Now our second verse starts off pretty much the same way as our first did, with the common chord progression. G major 7, E minor 7, A minor 7, and D7. And we're going to play that in full 2 times. So it's going to sound like this. One more time. Alright, now for the third chord progression, we have almost the same thing. G major 7, E minor 7, A minor 7, but this time we're going to play B7. And from there we're going to play E minor 7 for 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's just go all the way up into that part. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Okay, now we're going to play 2 new chords to end this verse. And it's going to be a D minor 7 chord. Pointer finger is just going to be barring the 5th fret like so. D minor 7. And then we're going to play our second new chord for this verse, which is going to be a G7 add 9, which is simply pointer finger, G string 4th fret with your ring finger barring the C, E, and A strings on the 5th fret. If you need a little bit more of a boost, you can use your middle finger to help your ring finger out like this. So, before that we have that 4 beats of E minor 7. Let's take it from there. Then after the 4 beats, it's going to be D minor 7 to our G7 add 9. Okay, ready? E minor 7. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, E minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2. So D minor 7 gets 2, and so does G7 add 9. And that's it for verse 2. Let's play the whole thing together. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Alright, so that does it for our second verse. Now let's move on to our bridge. Now that bridge is that, here we are as in olden days, right? So, That starts off with your C major 7, nice and simple, pointer finger on the A string 2nd fret. So it's going to get 4 beats. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to follow that up with another easy chord, B minor 7. Pointer finger is going to be barring the 2nd fret. 4 beats again. 1, 2, 3, 4. So nice and simple. That here we are as in olden days. C major 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. B minor 7. 2, 3, 4. And then for our next 4 beats, we have A minor 7 and D7. So 2 beats on A minor 7, and 2 beats on D7, and then 4 beats on G major 7. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so let's play that first half. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. C major 7. A minor 7, D7, G major 7. All right, so let's move on to our second half of the bridge. In the second half of the bridge, we're going to start off with our E minor 7 for 2 beats. And we're going to add a new chord in there. It's going to be an F sharp 7, which is your pointer finger, barring the 1st fret. Middle finger E string 2nd fret. Ring finger G string 3rd fret. Pinky finger C string 4th fret. Okay, so E minor 7 to the F sharp 7. That might be a little bit difficult, but with enough practice, you can make that transition nice and simple, okay? So it goes to B minor 7 from there. You're going to play that for 4 beats, okay? Coming up, we have an E7 add 9. So remember that add 9 chord that we played here with the G7? We're going to play that down here. So pointer finger on the G string 1st fret, and your ring finger on the C, E, and A strings on the 2nd fret. So it's going to go from the E minor 7 to the F sharp 7 to the B minor 7, and then it's going to go to the E7 add 9 to the regular E7 that you learned earlier, then to the A minor 7, then to the D7. Okay, so let's review that second half. It's going to be E minor 7, F sharp 7, to the B minor 7, to the E7 add 9, to the E7, to the A minor 7, to the D7. Let's play that second half together. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Now let's play the whole bridge. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. C major 7. A minor 7, D7 to G major 7. E minor 7, F sharp 7, B minor 7, E7 add 9, E7, A minor 7 to D7. All right, so that pretty much takes care of our bridge. Now let's move on to verse 3. Verse 3, the thing with verse 3 is it's basically verse 2. So we're going to play all of the chords in verse 2. So we got that G major 7, E minor 7, A minor 7 to the D7. We'll play that 2 times. And then we're going to go G major 7 again, E minor 7, A minor 7, and then to the B7. And then E minor 7 for 4 beats. Then D minor 7 to the G7 add 9. So just like the second verse, we're going to play all those chords. But in the end, we're going to tack on these new chords, which is C major 7, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then to our A minor 7, 1, 2, D7, 1, 2. And then tack on our common chord progression of G major 7, E minor 7, A minor 7, and D7. All right, so follow along. Let's play the third verse together. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. And then from there, what you're going to do is there's going to be a picking pattern, which pretty much covers verse 1 and verse 2. After the picking pattern, we're going to play the bridge once again. So that's that C major 7. And then on to the third verse. And on the third verse, you're just going to play that G major 7, E minor 7, A minor 7, D7, all the way until you finish the song. Okay? So, talking about that picking pattern is going to sound like this. Alright, so this picking is going to start off with your pointer finger, barring the 2nd fret, playing the C string and sliding it all the way up to the 7th fret like this. They want to play the E string while still holding that bar, and then G string. Ring finger plays the A string 10th fret. So it sounds like G string once again. Then middle finger plays the E string, 8th fret. Then let go of your middle finger, because pointer finger is going to play E string, 7th fret. So far we have. And you're going to end that phrase with your ring finger, C string, 9th fret. Let go. And then back to the C string, 9th fret. So far we have. So you can be fancy and use a pull-off instead and make it sound a little bit more jazzy. So it sounds like. So you're kind of swinging it a little bit, you know? And then next, we have one more time the slide over. E string, G string, A string 10th fret, and then end on that G string. So far we have. You're going to keep that same chord shape and play E string, G string, A string. Then you're going to go all the way up to the 14th fret, 12th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret, 7th fret, E string 10th fret, 8th fret, then to the 7th fret. So it's going to sound like this. And the second part of this picking goes exactly the same way as the first part. Once you get here, you're going to play the E string 10th fret, then go all the way back up to the A string 9th fret, and end on the A string 10th fret. So that phrase sounds like. Alright, so the whole thing sounds like. Alright, those are your picking patterns, your chords, and strumming patterns, and everything that you need to know in order to play Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more.
Alright, guys, that was Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. I hope you enjoy this holiday classic. It's one of my favorites, so I hope it becomes one of yours. Please check out the Play Along and Play Along. This is Aldrin Guerrero for ukuleleunderground.com, signing off. Aloha.
And have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Relentless, these mosquitoes. This is itchy anyway. What? You can use your pointer finger and middle finger? No. Okay. This lesson. This month we're teaching you